How much time is left for 1.5 degrees centigrade? I don't know if you're following that, but there is what is called climate clock. And climate clock tells us how much time is left before we touch 1.5 degrees centigrade average global temperature. You know how many days are left? Look at this clock. 6 years, 168 days, 3 hours, 44 minutes, and 20 seconds. That is the kind of time available to us before we touch 1.5 degrees centigrade. Of course, what will happen at 1.5 degrees centigrade? Nothing will happen. It will continue as it is, but the climate change will start to become irreversible. You will go to the domain where you cannot come back. And that's why 1.5 degrees centigrade is important. 6 years, 7 years are left. That's it. For 2 degrees centigrade, 22, 25 years are left. Therefore, as per the IPCC, Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, as per the IPCC, if you really want to do something, all your solution, there has to be drastic and immediate change in the energy use pattern. A drastic and immediate change. Until unless the change in the energy use pattern is drastic, until unless the change is immediate, whatever you are going to do, it is not going to be very useful. So the drastic and immediate change is required. And for that, I believe that we must follow the two basic fundamental laws of human existence. Listen carefully. I call them laws of human existence or laws of sustainability, which is based on the Gandhian philosophy. Gandhiji said two very important things. He said, there is only enough in the world for everyone's need, not for the greed, not for anyone's greed. Why? Because the entire planet is constant. The size of the planet is constant, water constant, air constant, minerals constant. Therefore, the consumption and the production also should be constant. It should be limited. But the arrogance of the modern humans is such that we are continuously trying to increase our GDP and consumption and production. Is it possible? Fundamentally, absolutely not. The second thing Mahatma Gandhi said, that we have to do the localized production, not the mass production, production by masses. Because whenever you do the mass production, it always results in unequal distribution of resources. Unequal distribution will lead in inequity in the society. Inequities in the society will lead to the lack of peace or violence, and that is what we are seeing it. So if you want equity in the society, which is very important, there has to be distributed production. So if you're adopting your energy solution or solar energy solution, number one, have limited consumption. Number two, we have localized production. And if you're going to violate any of these two laws, the human life on this planet is not guaranteed to be sustainable for a very long time to come. And what is that time frame? By the end of this century, that is 2100, it is estimated that the global temperature will rise anything from best case scenario of 3 degrees centigrade to the worst case scenario of 6 degrees centigrade. And if the global temperature rises to 3 to 6 degrees centigrade in another 80 years, what will happen to human life? How many will survive? In what form will survive? There are big, big questions. And therefore, it is said that I keep saying, that we say that once upon a time there were dinosaurs on this planet, but they are not there anymore. They disappeared due to the climate change of that time. And if we continue to behave, if we all modern humans are continue to behave like this, then there'll be a time 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 years later, a new species will appear on this planet, and they will say, once upon a time there were humans on this planet.